Borderlands is an idea. It's the idea of the space between things that don't belong together. Anything you see, none of it's a facade. You know, when I played Donkey Kong for the first time, that was like mind-blowing.
What? Oh my God.
Japanese magic also inspires me as a magician. It is absolutely true that I am here and I am a game maker because of Japan. The first electronic game I ever played was made in Japan by a Japanese designer. And the first video games in the arcades that blew my mind, that showed me what was possible. My dad was a huge nerd. When he was in high school, he won the Ohio State Science Fair competition because he built a computer. And this was in the 1950s. It's before anybody had computers. He was a nerd, and we always had computers around the house. My first computer that I owned was a machine that he made for me. And I learned how to program BASIC. And I got better at speaking programming languages with the computer than I was able to even speak English. So I just got immersed in that world, and I was making games for myself and for my friends at a very, very young age. In fact, I actually never imagined it would be a career. You know, when I played Donkey Kong for the first time, that was like mind-blowing because the things I were doing was all text-based, and you know, here I went to a place and there's this beautiful cabinet and there's art on the side of it, and there's this full color screen with graphics. Like, I don't know how that like, there must be some chocolate factory somewhere with a chocolate river and Oompa Loompas, and a process happens on the other side, this thing pops out. And it never occurred to me that it's just all people with different specializations, and all of those are different skills of people coming together. It wasn't till later that I understood that and realized that people working together can have all of their specializations combined to make something greater than what any one of us can do alone. Borderlands is an idea. It's the idea of the space between things that don't belong together. The game design itself, we took a shooter and a role-playing game, and we made something that's between them. It's neither a shooter nor a role-playing game, but it's somehow both. And the characters of Borderlands always live in that space between who they are and who they wished they were, and who the outside world wants them to be. And there's a tension between all of that, and they live in the middle there somewhere, the borderland between all those things. And it's a really beautiful theme to play in, and I'm grateful I've got to play in that space for 20 years. There's more to explore. In Borderlands 4, we are playing with the borderland between freedom and order, between being organized and being free. And so what is the balance between freedom and order? That's a really interesting question, and our species has been struggling with that since we came to exist here. And we probably will struggle with that forever. And I think as an artist, it's fun to get in that place and explore it. So everything about Borderlands 4 plays with that theme and lives in the borderland between order and freedom. I've been wanting to get my hands on, and it's so silly because we have pocket systems with emulators now, but I've wanted to get my hands on an original TurboGrafx 16. Here it was called the PC Engine, and there were a couple of classic games that I really loved on PC Engine. My favorite one was called Military Madness, which was a tactical war game.
I love the guys falling out of the towers.
Oh my God, that's it.
There it is.
Okay, do we have a system?
Now we
Do
need
have
a system.
a portable? Oh my God, dude. Let's try it.
Yes! It works! Oh my gosh.
Dude, I mean,
You have to.
this is happening.
Holy Grail. I don't know how you did it, but they had Nectaris. They had the PC Engine game. Got the PC Engine. When I was a kid, this was the coolest thing ever. But man, this is the Holy Grail, and this is the Japanese PC Engine version. Hide, the magician, who I've seen before here, and I have a magician's magazine called Genie Magazine, and about 6 months ago, we put Hide on the cover. So he's been on the cover of my magazine, and yeah, I love him. He's a brilliant, brilliant magician, and there is so much great, in the same way that I talked about how Japanese video games inspired me as a video game developer. Japanese magic also inspires me as a magician, and Hide's magic is beautiful. It's really, really well done. Hi Hide! So good to see you! Hide is the best, and the master in his house. There's a commitment to the craft and a commitment to mastery that exists both for game development and for magic. The other thing too is the relationship that we have with our audience. We ask our audience to come along with us, to follow our rules and come along. And if they play by our rules and join us, that we promise that we'll give them something. And in video games, we give them surprise and delight and wonder and a sense of gratification and a sense of accomplishment. And along with all the experiences of storytelling, it's very similar to what we give you in magic, surprise and delight and wonder. And it's really neat how similar they are. So I'm still growing as both a game maker and as a magician. And I love them both, and they're kind of two sides of the same coin in many respects. You know, one of the things I'm really proud of with the seamless world of Borderlands 4 is that anything you see, none of it's a facade. It's all a real place in the environment that you could get to and explore and experience. If you see a distant mountain with rocky crags on the top, you can get there. If you see a vast landscape of plains out miles and miles away, you can get there and explore and experience that. In the past games, those kinds of things would just be fake backgrounds. They're just drawn onto the background and it's only the foreground that you could experience. But all of those backgrounds are actually part of the actual world that you can explore yourself. That's one thing I love about Japanese culture is there's an appreciation that things that exist that are made, like people can make things. And when we care about our craft and we get, you know, really committed to what we're trying to craft, that you can feel the heart of the creator in the object or in the thing or in the experience. And that is very, like, that's ingrained in Gearbox culture, or games made here in Japan, like Donkey Kong from Nintendo. And throughout my life, I've just been inspired and moved by the work of Japanese creators. And it'd be an honor if one day we can make a video game, that I could be part of a video game that's loved by Japanese players. Maybe it's Borderlands 4.
Heard you were rounding up some vault hunters. Reporting for duty, boss.
A toast to our hero.